the Day of Resistance here in Dallas, Texas, and we're interviewing participants who have come out today on this gorgeous, gorgeous day. One of our participants here, what made you spend today out here? Because this is like over 3 hours. What made you come out here today?
Well, my name is Daniel, and I'm a constitutional following individual from Dallas.
I see you brought your kids out here.
Brought my kids out. You know, we go to church together, we pray together, and we definitely want the Constitution followed the way it was written. So,
what particularly has made you so concerned to come out here today?
You know, I think that taking care of my family is one of my main priorities. You know, I think,
right?
If the government thinks that they want to take our rights of gun ownership away, that's going to impede my ability to take care of my family. So I don't want that to happen.
Without the Second Amendment, the others go right down the drain, don't they?
Absolutely.
And you know, they're going to start doing other rights as well, so we're trying to do the best we can here. We're trying to stop it before it keeps getting any worse.
I think this is a great turnout. You know, I think it's just really the tip of the iceberg. I think
definitely the tip of the iceberg.
You know, so I think we're gonna continue to grow mass and have more folks come out and see that, you know, we've got to stand up to the government. There's no way that we can allow them to stop our constitutional rights.
Well, I appreciate you coming out here and joining everybody out here today. Thank you so much. This is Lisa from the Crow and More Show. We are talking with more patriots here at the Day of Resistance. We got another patriot here. What brought you out here on this gorgeous day?
Patriotism. I consider myself to be a patriot. I love my country, and I don't like what's happening to it.
Was there anything in particular that got you so upset that you needed to be out here today?
The obvious attack on the Second Amendment.
That's right.
One of the questions I've called and asked all my elected officials the answer to is in Connecticut, the killer used handguns.
That's right.
There was no so-called AR used in
no
in
assault
the killing,
weapons used.
And a large portion of America believes that there was because of the false
media coverage,
false reporting, or just failing to report.
Both.
Which is a lie in itself, right?
That's right. So they're saying it's about the children, but it's not about the children, it's about the Constitution. So we've got a beautiful day here, a beautiful turnout, wonderful speakers. Tell everybody what we're doing here, because that's how we're going to get this taken care of. It's great to see you out here today, sir.
Meanwhile, I raised 3 children as a single mom. My oldest daughter graduated from SMU. My second daughter graduated from Harvard Law School. And my son graduated from United States Air Force Academy. I accomplished all of this by working hard and without any government help. I am an American. I am the American dream. But I should be dead, buried somewhere in an unmarked grave in Romania, according to the dictator Nicolae Ceausescu. By the grace of God, I'm here, speaking to you. Truly, I am an ordinary person. I'm not different than you. The only thing that made my journey possible, fighting and winning against communists in Romania, is my decision to trust God to help me fight for freedom.
Yeah.
And God has never disappointed me. And He will never disappoint us too in our fight for freedom. Yes, we can fight and win against communism or socialism. It is true, I was exiled as a political refugee from communist Romania to freedom in America. But today, America is in need of freedom. Amen. The future of America is on the line. The days of apathy are gone. Socialism is in America, raising its ugly head, spreading like a silent ghost or horrible sickness, stealing our freedom away. America is weakened from within. If we lose freedom in America, there is no place to escape to. Many Americans don't want socialism, but some zealous want to transform America. History usually repeats itself unless we never forget that socialists killed more than 94 million people, imposed untold suffering on the rest of the population, and failed to deliver the hope, equality, and justice promised. The better we understand the socialists, the more effective we should be to protect ourselves and our country. Socialism is a false ideology, and the answer to it is the truth, not ignorance. Almost half of my life I had lived under communist regime in Romania, and almost half of my life in America, the land of the free and the land of the brave. I was an attorney in Romania, and I am an attorney in America. Like you, I was born with a hunger for truth and freedom, but I was born in communist Romania, a land of lies and a prison land. Not one with real stone walls, steel bars, and watchtower, but a prison land nevertheless. The stone walls were the cruel and harsh life and treatment from the government. The bars were lies, and the watchtowers were the suspicions, anxiety, secrets, and fears. They were everywhere in Ceausescu's Romania. Socialism is a system contrary to the American system and values. American capitalist system is governed by people for the people, stands for liberty, life, and pursuit of happiness, promotes free market and individual freedom. The socialist system is governed by the big government who owns all the means of production, distribution, and determines the good for its people. The socialist system replaces the free market with government control and eradicates private property, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, religious rights, and self-determination as a nation. That's right. Socialism is against your will. It confiscates and distributes all your wealth as its leaders please. In the process, socialists destroy the wealth of the country and its people, destroy the creativity, the productivity, the individual self-worth. In the name of promoting fair share, justice, and equality, the socialist turns most of its people into equally poor people. Right. The equality promise is a lie. The socialist equality means bringing the country's standard of living to the lowest level possible. Socialist still has classes, including the elite group of people who support the government and in return enjoy a lavish style of life. The big socialist centralized government is fundamentally inefficient, ineffective, and destructive to the country and its people. As people become more and more dependent on their government, they end up having to do whatever the socialist government demands. Soon after Ceausescu was elected president, he governed Romania with an iron fist, as a despot and as a tyrant. According to him, we, the people of Romania, was his subjects, owned by him, and he wanted to make all the decisions for us. He nationalized big area of our economy. He eliminated the free market economy of Romania and replaced it with his dictatorial communist control. As businesses had to abide the government's new request, rules, regulations, they started to produce low-quality products that we, the customers, were forced to buy at the price established by the government. He ruined our economy. He turned our schools into state-owned schools. The teacher's role was to indoctrinate the students on socialist ideology, to watch and report parents who dare to complain about it. Parents-teacher relationship was gone and replaced with government control. Parents had no voice on their children's education. Presented as a humanitarian program, he changed our healthcare system for worse into a national healthcare system. Patient-doctor relationship vanished. Patients and doctors lost their freedom. Hospitals were administrated and medication were rationalized by government to patients. Before socialists came to Romania in power, Romania was a rich country with a free market economy, a good health care and good school system. Bucharest, the capital of Romania, was called Little Paris. But with socialist and Ceausescu's strict control system, very soon Romania experienced a drastic shortage of food, fuel, energy, medicine, and all the other necessities. And we, the customers, experienced the end of competition and choices. Soon, many stores had their shelves empty or next to nothing. Many times people form long line in front of the empty stores for hours, hoping the stores will be replenished soon by the government. When the store had something on their shelves, the buying process was frustrating and time-consuming. Socialism is against guns. The purpose of socialism is to attack our freedom and take our guns. Using altruistic purposes, too many kids killed or hurt by guns. The socialist government immediately established gun control in Romania. It created a police system, Securitate, to control and silence everyone, including the media. The Securitate was the dictator's elite special forces, his loyalists, and a very privileged group of people. The dictator's ears and eyes, they were powerful and above the law. The secret police also recruited civilian informants. The youngest informant was 8 years old. After the dictator Ceausescu was elected and consolidated his power, no free election was held in Romania during his life. Once he disarmed people and totally controlled the country, Ceausescu had no fear of any dissidents. Any honest question or skepticism about his policies will be considered anti-government statement, punishable by anything from loss of employment to execution. So we all live in a constant state of anxiety and mistrust, where one could be denounced for anti-government statement by anyone, a neighbor, a classmate, even a family member. For many people, the only way to avoid dictators' punishment, usually jail or death, was to remain silent, to blend in. But working as a human rights attorney, I was considered a dissident by the government in Romania, put under constant surveillance by secret police, daily interrogated, threatened to be killed, held under house arrest. Finally, after years, because of the pressure from the United States President Ronald Reagan, I was exiled to America. Socialism is against God. According to the socialist system, there was no God and therefore no Bible. God was replaced with our socialist leader and the Bible with a manifesto. Under the socialist system that denied God, there was no sin or moral with eternal values. Whatever advanced the socialist philosophy was morally right to them. The socialist leaders created and changed the law as they pleased to control people. The leaders could lie, steal, murder, because they were above the law. We, the people, were viewed as a product of evolution, and the socialist government had to control us. By the time I graduated from Bucharest Law School and I was licensed as an attorney in Romania, the dictator Ceausescu had declared himself a god, started to jail Christians for having a Bible in their home or going to church, and started to demolish churches in order to make room to build his palace. During my legal struggle as an attorney to stop him and protect human rights cases, churches and Christians, many of my cases were subject of broadcast of Radio, Free Europe and Voice of America. Also, my cases were part of United States Department reports and United Nations reports on human and religious rights violation in Ceausescu's Romania. United States diplomats, Secretary of State and Congressmen Christopher Smith and Frank Wolf will meet with me to discuss my cases and my view about human and religious freedom in Romania. My courage and determination to fight for freedom infuriated the dictator and his secret police, who became even more threatening towards me. But despite living in the midst of uncertainty, surveillance, house arrest, and death threats by the government, I learned there in Romania that faith and fear are contagious. Fear destroys us. Faith builds us strong and courageous. Fear paralyzes us. Faith inspires us to fight for what is right. Fear enslaves us. Faith sets us free. I also learned that if the truth lives in me, lies cannot overpower me. Amen. If my soul is free, no power on earth can enslave me. If God gives me victory, defeat is impossible. Indeed, with God, defeat was impossible. Dictator Ceausescu is dead. I'm here, alive. I hope my life experience in communist Romania remains only mine. But make no mistake, it could be ours again here in America, unless we fight and win against socialism. Socialism has proven to be a gigantic failure, bringing only poverty, oppression, and death. brave, fellow, courageous Americans, our moment has arrived. It is our duty, our privilege, and our honor to save America. We must return America to its constitutional freedom roots. Our rights and freedom come from God. Jesus Christ said, "You will know the truth, and the truth shall set you free."
Amen.
We shall remain free. Therefore, be strong and courageous. Our God is with us. Those of us who experience socialism or not, but believe in freedom, will rather die on our feet than live under any dictator's lies and chains. Our faith and fight for freedom will keep us free. The future of America is on the line. The days of apathy are gone. America needs us. Do we hear the call? Yes. Are we going to respond or ignore the call?
Respond!
We are the voice of America. Silence is complicity. Freedom is precious to those who don't have it. Brave people are free people. Stand up, speak up, act, fight against socialism in America. Together, we can save America. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.